Today we talk about the beyond this, whatever we have discussed, all the principle, beyond this modern trends in curriculum. The first thing we are talking about the digital diversity. What is digital diversity? Okay, the present age is an age of ICT technology, and ICT has touched in every walk of our life. Right, everywhere we talk about ICT. Right, technology has made various tasks easy. Whatever we used to do a long process, today it is very easy. Like just now I'm recording this lesson and sending it to you. Actual class, you are doing the revision, right? So it has made my task very easy. It is convenient. So now I am free, I am recording. So it is convenient, and there's a quality in this, right? To survive in the concerned field, it is necessary for everyone to have a knowledge and skill of the technology to survive. We should know about the knowledge and of the technology so that we can survive in this society, technological world. And you should know the skill is needed for using the technology, right? Education makes man enabled to contribute its strength and capabilities, right? For the effective transaction of curriculum, ICT is a must. So if we want to talk about effective transaction, ICT plays very important role. Today we talk about the Web 2 applications. What is Web 2 application? Must be used for effective teaching learning process. Curriculum makers should give clear guidance regarding the teacher tube is very useful source for the educational resource. We are talking about so many tools now. There is Khan Academy. So many things are there. Online available tools are there. So that can be used for the development of the child. So this is very important digital diversity we have to take care of. Next comes the need-based curriculum. Okay, today what is the need? So many years before the need was different, today's need is different. So researchers in all fields resulted into socialized, so you can see today the researchers talk about the specialization, right? What is the specialization? That is need-based is very important for the present educational system. So many students are developing, many universities, schools, they are developing the short-term programs which is actually the need-based or related to the need-based. And today we talk about it's not only from the university where you are learning, you may take the subject, but you can learn from other university also, other department and other university also, according to the need of the individual. So if, for example, the Mumbai University has introduced courses like short-term courses, where today what is the need? So this short-term courses helps to develop that particular need of the society or need of the individual. There is certificate course in PowerPoint, certificate course in Tally, certificate course in marketing. There are so many small courses which one can take, and so that he can improve himself. And also educational, for example, the communication skill, all these courses are their short-term courses which one can avail, right? NPTEL, all these courses we are talking about. Next is the modular curriculum. With credit-based system. Okay, you have to minimum credit you have to get, right? Suppose the university is fixing that for BSc BEd you are supposed to get 105 credits. So this 105 credits is given to the learner, and learner can select. Okay, like this large, you enter a place where different varieties of food is there, and you can select whatever food you like according to your wish. So like this, today we talk about the grade-based system. So modular curriculum gives real freedom. So if freedom is given to the child, that is buffet system, I can say, where you can select your food. It is not served like a traditional, you are sitting down on a banana leaf is given, is kept in front of the people, and then food is served. It's not like that. Today we talk about the buffet system, where different varieties of food is there in front of you. You can select whatever you want. So you can call it as a credit-based system. So modular curriculum gives real freedom of learner, especially the open learning system. His approach has been adopted at first. If you see, the open learning system means where no need to go to the university, you can study from home. Okay, correspondence courses. That is the first one where this type of credit-based system was introduced. But now majority of the traditional universities, so if you see our universities also, like we call it as our university, CUT, and here it's a traditional university. So even traditional university also follow this system, this credit-based system. So this is real emerging trend in the modern curriculum. Next is the online courses. You are very familiar with online courses, right? MOOCs course, NPTEL course. These are all the online courses where one can choose whatever he likes, right? One more example is Coursera, right? Where you can choose, you are free of cost, and you can choose whatever you want. So government has taken the initiative, that is right to information certificate has been introduced by the government of India to Indian people. And then this course is free and online also, right? Wherever you are, you sit and you learn. Next, the 21st century skills. That is, all curriculums of various courses should focus on 21st century. Today, what we need, right? That is especially needed for this particular century. Like the collaboration, we have to collaborate with so many people, and today we need the people who is having the critical thinking and critical and creative thinking, we can say. What do you mean by critical thinking, right? You cannot accept whatever is there around us, right? You have to think critically, right? For critics, we call it as a critics of the cinema and critics of the book and all, we can call about that is critical. We should be very critical about that. Whether it is correct or wrong, you think, and you are free to say whether this thing is correct or this thing is wrong. So you critically think about whatever is given to you, right? It's not accepting as it is, right? Then effective communication, how you can communicate very effectively. Then very important thing is the multitasking. So one person should be able to do so many tasks at a time. And then the most important thing is the empathy, how with others. So these are the things, these skills is needed for the 21st century, right? Next is the international understanding. What is international understanding? That is, today we can call the whole world as a simple village, global village, right? Where information is one place to another place, it reaches a fraction of a second it reaches. Not only information, we can also reach from one place to another place very quickly. Okay, that is, traveling also has become very easy, right? So we have to think not only the village, but global thinking has to be there. So international, you should understand about international also. So international understanding plays very important role. That is, today we talk about the globalization. Okay, not about only the country, the place you are living. It's not only then you think about the country where you are living. It's not only the country where you are living, and beyond that, the whole world. So we talk about the globalization has converted the world into a global village. So we should consider the world as one family. The Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, we can say. For this international understanding, we must inculcate through the curriculum. So previously we talked about the Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. The whole world is treated as one village. We all belong to the same family. Next is the constructivism. Oh, you might have learned about the constructivism, right? Constructivist approach believes that learners should be given freedom to construct his own knowledge. He is creating his own knowledge, right? You cannot, like if you throw the ball, you have to catch it. It's not like that. So you have to do by yourself. You are active learner and you learn by yourself. And you have to construct the knowledge, like constructing the building, the knowledge is constructed in one's mind, right? So if a learner is fully active, how it happens, learner should be fully active, right? In the constructivity approach, the main thing is learner should be fully active in construction of knowledge, okay, in the learning process. Then only the knowledge becomes more effective. So it is in all, the curriculum constructivity strategy must be an important place. So constructivism, modular curriculum, credit system, information technology, these all are the emerging trends in curriculum development. These trends should be given proper justice, okay, while developing curriculum. Educators should learn to work together with their students and with other experts. Education, not only other students, also other experts in creating content and are able to tailor it to the exactly what the student need. Right? So this is how the curriculum has to be constructed. Okay, this is how we have seen something about the curriculum construction, and we'll see about resting in the next class.